I go after every and everything I want, and that is what I will continue to do. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Guess what we're about to do today? We're about to refresh my sewing because that's what we're about to do today. So I've had this sewing since January 29th, I believe, and today's the 19th. So it's shy of a month. Haven't even had it in that long. One thing about me, when it comes to hairstyles, I don't keep them in that long. I'm always switching it up. Like this is rare. This is different. But it's a sew-in, so that's also different. But what I usually do first is I section off my leave out. So last weekend when I was in Boston. So I don't need to wash it again. I just need to freshen it up because it looks a little, yeah, just need a little fresh up. It's gonna be a little chit chat also because why not chit chat and do my hair. One thing I realized is that your words hold a lot of value. So like what you think and what you say really manifests into reality. I feel like your subconscious really drives your actions in the real world. So like if you believe, or you know, not even believe, you know you can do something, it's gonna happen. So with everything I ever do, I just tell myself it's going to happen. And I usually give myself like a deadline so I know when exactly it's going to happen. So I'll be like, for example, one of my goals was to move to Dallas. So I would say, for example, I'll move to Dallas by June. So by June, I should be in Dallas. And prior to June, I should be working up to those steps to move to Dallas. So I feel like everything is driven by what you say and what you do. I mean, it's one thing to always write. You can't have one without the other. You have to say you're going to do something and you have to provide the steps to actually do it. That's what I've noticed with everything I've ever accomplished or anything I've ever done. I've like said I'm going to do it and then I follow up with steps to do it. Because it's one thing to say you're going to do something, but it's another thing to also follow through with the steps you need to complete to do something. So like I'll give an example. So let's say you want to start a clothing line. You're going to have your clothing line started by April, right? So what would be the steps you would take to get that said clothing line established? You would, one, find your manufacturer. Well, before you even do that, you want to figure out what your design is. You want to figure out what you're selling. You want to figure out what your market is. You want to figure out, you need to answer all these questions. You can't just say you want to do something and then expect it to happen, because that's not how it works. You know, you have to say you want to do something and follow up with steps on how you plan on doing it. That's why if you say I am going to, you already believe that you're going to do that. So you're just going to act in a way as if that's already happening. So I never use words as like, oh, well, I want, I wish, I hope. No, I am, I will, I have. Those are words you want to use when you're talking about things you want to do in life. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying because let's go do something. But okay, I think I'm gonna make some layers in this, like the front, just so I can frame my face a little bit, because she didn't really layer anything. And I think I'm going to straighten it. I think. Because halfway when I get into straightening, I'd be like, I just don't know. But back to what we were talking about, manifesting and such. I just feel like everyone has the potential to live the life they want to live, you know? It's just up to you to put those extra steps in to make that happen. I'm a firm believer in hard work. This is the heat protectant that I use. Everyone definitely has the ability to improve their mindset further where they want to be in life. What is something you've manifested that you've seen come to fruition? There are a lot of things I've, always thought of, because I know anything I put my mind to will happen. Not even can, it will happen. And that's the mindset you need to have, really, realistically. I mean, you have to be realistic also sometimes too. Like, don't sit here and be like, I'm going to be there. Well, if you believe you're going to be the president, go off. All power to you. I'm not even going to sit here and try to say, limit what your capabilities are. But when you do start to imagine yourself in these higher places or whatever the case may be, just be realistic with what you have at the moment and what you know you can attain. That's the biggest thing. This piece didn't even straighten. That's the biggest thing for real. Just knowing what you're capable of. One thing I really do miss though is running track. I feel like everything in life is just a part of your journey. Everything needs to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Everything needs to happen. So like, yeah, it might have been a bad situation that I was in. Not even a bad situation. It just might have been like maybe I don't like the outcome of what happened, but maybe that is what was needed. Maybe that, not even maybe, like that is what's needed to have me at the point I am at right now. Because who would have known? What would have happened if I actually did, accomplish what I want to accomplish in track? Would I be doing what I'm doing right now? And that's a question I ask myself a lot with a lot of things that happen on this path and journey of life. Like, if this weren't to have happened, where would I be? Would I be in an even better situation, or would I be worse off? So I try not to think so much about things that happen along the way, because I believe everything happens for a reason. So, and everything that's happened has brought me to the point I am at right now. And I feel like I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. Some things on your journey you can't change, and some things on your journey do hurt in the moment, but it's how you respond to them, and if you're able to use that to your benefit. Not really to your benefit, but if you're able to use that and better yourself at the end of the day. Like, I just burnt my finger. I have another thing to talk about on the point that I was talking about in terms of like not believing, but knowing you're going to accomplish something and it happens. So I'll give you a story. So in 2020 of September, I went and before that, I knew that I wanted a Tesla. Like, that was something that like I told myself when I saw it first come out. I was like, yeah, I want that. Like, that's nice. I want that vehicle. So I told myself that I will be getting a Tesla. So September of 2020, I believe it was, I went and I actually test drove one. And one thing about that, you have to immerse yourself. I said this before. I said this in my prior vlog. You have to immerse yourself in the lifestyle, what you want. Like, you have to feel yourself in it to actually know you can achieve it. Like, for me, it was like I sat and I actually test drove the Tesla, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this. Like, it's not even I want this, I think I'm gonna get it, I believe I'm gonna get it, like I wish I can get it. No, it was I'm going to get this. And that's like the mindset that I told myself. So my subconscious was like, oh yeah, you already have it. So it's just the steps building up to that. So September, I test drove it. It was a Model 3. It was red though. It was a red Model 3. And then by December, I had it. By December, I had it. So it's just like, you need to know that you're capable of whatever you put your mind to. Like, that's just really the reality of it all. You have to know you're capable. Not even know, you have to know you're capable. It's not like a think, I believe, no, you have to know 100%. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then who else is really going to believe in yourself? If you don't even or are unable to really believe in yourself, you're supposed to be your number one supporter, your number one person to really drive you to what it is you want to accomplish. Like, yeah, it's nice to have your friends and family always support you and let you know what you can do. But if you don't believe in your own potential, hearing it from other people isn't going to help you either. You have to know for yourself that you, A, can do it, and B, it's possible, and C, you're going to do it. You should want anything, you should want to achieve anything your mind sets forth for you. And that's like the standard I hold myself at. Like, if I have a thought in my head, like, I want to do this, or by this age, or by this time, I want to have had blah, 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 blah done. I really force myself to get those goals done. Like, it really motivates me. And that's why I was saying earlier, you have to also set like deadlines for yourself. You can't just say, oh, well, I want to pay off my credit card debt. Okay, let's set a time. How far along do you want to have your credit card debt paid off? Do you want to have it paid off in 2 years? Do you want to have it paid off in 3 months? Do you want to have it paid off next week? Okay, so once you have that goal, that deadline set, that timeline, you're able to, like I said earlier, get the steps to complete that. So, I'm telling you, it's really your mind. Anyone is capable of doing anything that they put their mind to. People are just, lazy, or like want other people to do it for them, or they're just, I'm not one to complain. I'm not one to wait. I go after everything I want, and that is what I will continue to do. That is something I've done since childhood, going after any and everything I want. So, and I'm going to continue to do that because it has not steered me wrong at all. So I'm giving you guys this advice so you can achieve what you want. Another thing I want to say is you can't be scared. Fear is like the number one thing to stop you from doing something. For example, there's people who have a fear of, starting YouTube, becoming a content creator. There's people who have a fear of, traveling alone. There's people who have a fear. There's always someone who has a fear of something. I have a fear of heights, but guess what? I'm never going to get over that. So, what I mean in terms of like having a fear for something that you need to do to like better yourself. So one thing I would say is like, there's some people who have a fear of like, everyone has a fear of the unknown, and I get that. But that fear shouldn't stop you or paralyze you from doing what it is you need to do. For example, moving or traveling alone. Once you're able to like travel by yourself, I'm telling you, that's like the most freedom you'll ever feel in your life. Once you're able to just be in your space where you can love yourself and not have to have anyone else, you don't need anyone else to quote unquote love you, or don't need anyone else to pour themselves into you. That's just an addition. What I'm trying to say is, once you're able to pour into yourself, give all yourself that self-love, you're literally, like, no one can touch you, like, seriously. You need to be uncomfortable to grow. Uncomfortability is needed to advance in life. You can't just be comfortable with everything you do in life. You can't just be, oh yeah, well, I'm good, like, I'm comfortable here. That's why people get stuck where they are for years and wish they kind of like grew or expanded or did whatever. Like, you have to be uncomfortable to grow. Thank y'all for watching per usual. This is the outcome of my hair. This is what we look working with. I hate having blonde hair because sometimes the baby hairs don't be showing, which I hate. But this is the look. This is the look. This is the look. Thank y'all for attending my little life coach session. You know me, always just talking, just to talk. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Make sure you get a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Nothing exciting is really going on until April, but I'm gonna still record because I love y'all. And y'all who are watching me right now. Y'all are the real supporters for real. So, yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. You know, we always go up over here at Life with Asia Slim. Life with Slim. So, thank y'all for watching.